friends. Welcome to breaking royal news about the notorious hypocritical couple, Harry and Meghan Markle, on our Royal Trust channel. It's been non-stop drama and hijinks from the ghastly twosome for the past 7 years, ever when the word Meghan Markle struck us all in the face like a cartoon frying pan. I truly believed that when they relocated to California in 2020, we and the media would become tired of them since, A, neither of them is talented, so why would Hollywood entertain them? And B, they are no longer working royals. But if anything, the reverse has happened. The Daily Mail, which, let's face it, everyone reads, creates top news about anything and anything this pair does. It is persistent, whether Meghan calls the press on herself, plans awards, or covers their Netflix, Spotify propaganda. If Meghan does decide to return to Instagram, there will be non-stop coverage all day and night. The media will report on everything, whether we want it or not. They aren't really going anywhere then, are they? There is nothing we can do to prevent them from being in our faces for the next 20 to 30 years. Meghan has contemplated this. A royal biographer claims that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle do not want to vanish from the public glare. In 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex resigned from their royal duties to start over in California. Harry and Meghan do not, according to Finding Freedom co-author Omid Scobie, wish to vanish. On Good Morning America, he said, "They don't intend to vanish or be unnoticed. They merely want the freedom to decide what information they share with the public and what they keep private." Additionally, Mr. Scobie recently disclosed to the program that the Sussexes would have a very busy time following their maternity leave. He stated, "We saw them flitting from one significant endeavor to the next, particularly when they immigrated to the U.S., but at the present, they are on maternity leave and spending quality time with their children at home." But when they do return to work, the pair will soon enter a highly hectic phase. The initial Spotify initiatives, the launch of the Netflix project, and of course their own work from their nonprofit Archwell will all be on display. Harry and Meghan are entering an era of exposure, according to the royal analyst. He stated to the American publication People, "They function admirably as a pair at those times of interpersonal engagement. They have to be down there. As they say, the proof is in the pudding, and that dish is what we are about to see." As Meghan struggled with royal life, Mr. Scobie also cited her earlier remarks that it is not enough to simply survive anything and that you must flourish. He stated, "They appear to be living in a much healthier environment than they were before." Meghan made a famous statement about how thriving was the next step beyond merely surviving. However, everything went off course. They lied, left the British royal family to live as private citizens, who then won't stop doing TV interviews, books, documentaries, calling the dial-a-paps. They've made fools of themselves. It's getting to the point of diminishing returns. The rest of us have our own lives, and theirs is no longer remarkable. Rather, the Harkles are predictable for their bad taste attention-seeking, the gym sock smell of desperation, all that. Harry and Meghan went from being on top of the world with endless positive media coverage to now having to pathetically pay for any lies coverage to try to desperately stay relevant. They are saturating the market with these paid, non-stop, ridiculous stories, and the more she does it, the more people get sick of them, and they are constantly getting called out for lying, planting stories. Also, many of the outlets that she used continuously no longer seem to print her crap. Oprah Daily, Marie Claire, Yahoo. Think about what's been happening lately. She pays for a ridiculous fabricated story, usually just People Mag these days, and then the bigger story from other media is how her original story is not true. For example, the obviously paid story about how Harkle bought rights for the book for a Netflix movie, and then the bigger story a couple of days later is how that was not true, and that Netflix actually bought the rights. Another story last week was how she and Harry are getting very close to John Travolta, and then the bigger story that came out is that Travolta's rep said he only met them once. What a complete and utter embarrassment. All these stories planted about her relationships, Hollywood celebrities, have done nothing but backfire and make them look like no one wants anything to do with them, which they don't. Also, Add to all of this that more and more people are now coming out of the woodwork and pretty much calling her out for using them for PR. For example, there was an obviously paid rehashing of the Beckham story a couple of weeks ago, and then the Beckhams immediately came out fighting and basically called her a liar and point-by-point listed the Harkles' horrible behavior towards them. The unpaid stories today are overwhelmingly negative and in response to the paid garbage. Most of the unpaid coverage today is almost 100% focused on their pathetic downfall. They are not even late show fodder anymore. The sugars are fewer and fewer each week. No one wants to be associated with them. They are pariahs. I cannot imagine that WME would be happy about this and want to continue to represent. They cannot ever do any interviews because they have been caught in countless lies that they will never be able to risk an interviewer asking them about it. They have backed themselves into a corner and they are forever damaged. There is just no coming back from all the lies and horrible behavior. They won't be famous by the time the Wales kids are in their teens. It's like how Meghan and Harry misconstrued their popularity around their wedding and pregnancy as them being really popular. There aren't tons of royal weddings and pregnancies, so it's a fun and exciting time. And interest naturally increases. They did both in a short period of time. Once those Wales kids enter their teen years and have their own lives, dating, taking this or that course in school, and participating in sports or the arts, the interest will be on them. Like how William and Harry had so much attention as kids and teens and their 20s. It's not like people don't care about the older royals, but they all had their exciting youthful moments. It's just nice to see the younger royals grow up, and they can't use Archie and Lilibet for that because they haven't shown the kids much. I don't want to see their kids. I hope their kids are happy, healthy, and well-adjusted, but out of sight is out of mind. They can't compete with the Wales kids. They probably won't go away, but they screwed up their own momentum. They should have used Pearl faster. They should have put out Netflix and Spotify content that didn't feel like a kid forgot to do a major school project and was trying to get it done during the final weekend before it's due. Harry is good to drag out here and there. He's not an idea man, and he's not good at following through. They have interest still because of the Netflix series and Spare, but eventually people will get bored. I don't think they'll go away, but the interest will fade. Well, stay together or part like the Red Sea, the sensational level of grandiose self-promotion is headed below the sewer's invert levels on people's estimation of their relevance. They will be about in this age for some time, albeit for viperous reasons best not thought about. The talentless duo is hanging by a Netflix thread of desperation after Spotify gutted their contract. No amount of faux creativity can blind the public, and their world does not stretch beyond the sewage waste pipes of Hollywood. So far, their warped imaginations as charity workers have failed. Hollywood Duke and Duchess have failed. Even Barbie had KO'd them. Authoring a book, another fail, the ghostwriter ended up smirking all the way to the bank, as influencers only the sugar-high brainless are true followers. The feminism and anti-racism champion has been revealed to be nothing more than a narcissistic, sociopathic, lying, grifting fraud. So nothing new. The bar may be a selling of their woes as parents to a pair of alleged royal grandkids abandoned to the safety, or is it the terror of USA by their alleged grandfather, led and headed royal family? The lies are only going to be rehashed and resold till they wear out like an old 45 LP. Let's just settle in and let them unwind. However, no matter how Harry and Meghan fail, there is no denying that they are still being noticed by the media. The question is, how to extinguish them completely? The only thing that will make them go away is if the media stops covering them. They can issue all the statements and press releases they want, but if nobody prints them and no TV tabloid reports on them, it doesn't matter. When the money runs out and they can't pay for articles, that will help. When running a story on them doesn't generate extra clicks and views, the number of stories will decrease. As they get more desperate and there are more car chase type stories, hopefully more media types will actually check the facts and report that. If they do divorce, I think the media will still feature Harry more than his wife, but it's not going to be anytime soon. To be honest, the media prints because the public buys. If we all turn our backs and ignore them, they will eventually go away. But where is the fun in that? We all want our daily dose of schadenfreude. Also, the media has changed in the last decade or so. Probably thanks to the media-savvy Kardashians, media in all forms is desperate for revenue, so anyone can pay for a story about themselves, all fake photos and fake narrative. And there are no intrepid journalists and editors anymore who question things and have moral integrity, just lazy ones who don't even fact-check the story they are given. No one cares. They just want the clicks equal sign the revenue. We should expect corruption in government and corporations without a press watchdog, especially the demise of local newspapers. They were the ones who would send a junior reporter to the boring city council meetings. The mere presence of the reporters would keep local politicians in check. They're going to be able to act with impunity without a system of checks. It's scary. One commenter, "We enjoy the snark as much as the next sinner, but if social media, including us, weren't here to hash over, tweet about, speculate on, and float wild rumors, the stupids would fade away much faster. YouTubers have built an entire industry around the stupids, and we listen/watch them all. Thousands do the same, accepted that they won't ever turn into anonymous people because of Harry's family connection or get poor, like a normal person level poor. But they will get even more irrelevant as Wales kids grow up. Harry and Meghan's children have nothing to do with the royals, so their only interest in them will rely on what they can spill about Harry and Meghan as parents. They would get the taste of their own medicine. Oh, and potential divorce. Obviously, it would get their views, but in a shit-show way, like watching the mud wrestling. None of them would win the public. It will be a clown fight. They had the chance, but wasted it. It was all too quickly and too much at once, in a cheap way. I mean, Oprah, the symbol of selling your private life on TV in a highly curated way, in an atmosphere of fake intimacy? LOL. Plus, they didn't deliver any evidence to support their accusations. Also, Meghan left the trail of people she mistreated and started to cultivate her kind, bubbly persona a bit too late, while Harry went overboard with his funny lad thing in the book, and instead appeared as unhinged. Emo, ultimately, the lack of reliability, is what killed their image. They were talking too much and overdid it, the usual problem of Meghan even in her pre-royal times. I don't mind that much they won't ever fade completely and will always live comfortably because it's not what they really wanted, especially Meghan with her hunger for adulation on a world scale. I can't imagine how much it must hurt her that she had an opportunity and lost it so spectacularly because turns out she's not as smart as Daddy was telling her. She's not seen as the next Diana. She's not even some harmless actress from Suits anymore. She's a laughingstock. It's enough for me. Harry will always have his foot in the door. He's the king's son and the Prince of Wales's brother. Those relationship dynamics will sell. Meghan can maintain for quite some time as Harry's wife, divorcing wife, /ex-wife /mother of his children. If she's willing to keep a custody battle alive, and we all know she is, the Slovene can keep herself in the news. But without Harry, and without a famous man capable of generating his own media, Meghan will fade. However, do we truly want them to completely disappear? We love the train wreck, the endless drama, the blatant stupidity, the relentless conniving, the ugly outfits, the staged pap walks, the battle of the wits and the half-wits was played between the royal family and the stupids. Meghan and Harry are a horrible soap opera, one with a plot so awful we can't stop watching and can't wait to talk about. We want to see them fail, to see horrible things happen to them, to see them fall flat on their faces and attempt to pick themselves up. It's more to debate. I read through this sub every day. I might not comment, but I'm here. YouTubers are here, reporters are here, gossip columnists are here, and even Meghan is here. Hello, Meghan. We all want to see ourselves proven right. Yes, world, the stupids are horrible people. We told you so. All people everywhere admit the error of their ways. When do you think Harry and Meghan will really leave the media? Let us know your thoughts below in the comments section. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this newsletter. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.
Wait, if you're watching here, don't forget to like and subscribe below. Okay, keep watching videos now.